Red, what happened last time?
Well, a continuation of a very complicated situation as we, the witches, decided on our own to go further investigate exactly what was going on with this mysterious Lady of the Lake, and of course with Janek, a member of the only member of the Grimblades who survived, who told us stories of her and how his company was killed. Decided to go and try to investigate, see what we could find out about her or about the situation, as there was a lot of things that didn't really make sense. One of the things we went to is Janek was pointing out to the man who essentially started this whole thing for him, a fisherman who went to the Grimblades to hopefully find exactly what happened to his daughter. She had gone missing, and he needed some help looking for her. And they had gone off with that, and we met with this man who seemed to be very angry at Janek, very resentful even, and unwilling to speak with him around. As we, the witches, talked with him, he explained that his daughter's body has been found, and she has been laid to rest. That the Grimblades spit on their name almost of a situation. And we inquired more exactly about this woman, the lake, that he seems to almost have a bit of a reverence for. And when we talked about the depths of those who hear her song, he seemed to react that those people were sinners and deserve, and only the good folk, like the townsfolk for that matter, don't have to worry about her. He even gave a bit of suspicion when Hirzin had mentioned that he was also enthralled by her singing. But outside that, he would not speak more ill will in that regard. And when we tried to push more information about his daughter, exactly when did she go missing, things like that, he clammed up immediately and seemed unwilling to continue the conversation, demanded that we leave. And with nothing else there, we got out and made our way to Janek, and well, we decided what to do from there. Using Janek's last known coordinates of where they were looking for this missing girl, we searched the area. And what they were able to find was a piece of torn cloth and with a bit of blood stain on it. Wasn't painting a good picture. And we decided to go back into the town to investigate further into the body of the missing girl, as he did mention that she had been buried, and we were to find fresh tracks to point to where exactly she was, and dig her up while the others took a watch to make sure we weren't caught. As we examined the body, finding that there was she was decomposing as she should be, but there were stab wounds and abdomens and other places of the body. It looked very violent, essentially, and she looked like she had been changed into a much more fitting clothing, as more likely for her funeral. And well, like I said, a grim picture indeed, especially since as more and more go on, Janek became more and more uneasy as we continue forward with our investigation. Even when we spoke about exactly how did they come upon this information, what was their the Grimblades' original quest, he mentioned that his group were tight-lipped, that the commander was the one who told them to go for this, and didn't seem to be pushing for any more information about it either the next day, and that whatever quest they decided to go on was more likely on his body, which was kind of beyond our ability to grab, because as we know, the mayor had agreed to grab the bodies from the last side of the lake that we had fished out. Uh, well, nothing more. We went back to the inn, especially spoke with Alana to maybe get some more information. She seemed to be our wealth of information and gossip around the town. Uh, and, well, nothing else to be made here. We decided to take a nice nap. While though we did keep an eye on the men who seemed to be trapped here with Lady Darna's beautiful singing voice, with her one sleeping and taking shift. Well, not shift, but sleeping and keep an eye out. As by same dawn, there was a rattling on the door that woke Zara up, and there was a bit of resistance for trying to get in before the whoever was on the other side left. And with a quick peek, we noticed a fading lantern light. As we woke up, Janek, who seemed to be having a bit of a nightmare, and well, things are getting worse and worse as we talk with Janek, who revealed finally to us his shame from his probably with the push of the nightmares and such. He revealed that information that he was not told until later on when they were looking for the young girl, that his company laughed at him and revealed the truth that what happened, that it was them who more likely murdered her, desecrated her, and well, tried to hide it up, and basically handed him a shovel to bury her body. And to Janek's shame, he went along with it. Seemed to be filled with much guilt, as it seemed like everyone in the company knew except for him, or and how long this has been going on without his knowledge, he couldn't say. And it wasn't really a good picture all along. So it points to the fact this may be a revenge story. Maybe they want to just it, but in the way that they went to use their Lady Darna for it, essentially. Still a bit unsure what to do. Alana spoke to us, wanted to speak to us privately. to have a bit of a proposition as she spoke to the witches without Janek, of course, requesting that we leave Janek behind, that we do not essentially try to save him or help him. Let justice be wrought, and we don't have to worry about anything else. That he deserves to die for what they, even if he didn't do it, he was still part of the people who did, and to try to hide her body. And there was a bit of a split, a moral split here on this regard for some of the witches. A bit of anger, especially for Hirzan, as well as the fact that they decided to do it this way instead of going about their own justice since they knew it was him. Regardless, Hirzan walked out and told Janek the truth of what happened. As we still were at an impasse of what to do, we decided to finish our original contract here as well. Go and kill some drowners, though it didn't turn out that great for us. It was a bit difficult chasing them down. We were able to find the drowners seem to be eating pieces of a body, a familiar one at that. And, well, with this, we went to the mayor to demand more answers. We had requested he have these bodies, but it seems that their parts are being used for the drowners and why. But the mayor seemed to either be clueless, unaware, or unwilling to speak to us. He seemed to even get angry and demanded that we leave. And with no other roads to lead, the witches decide, you know what? We've spent enough time here, spent enough money here. We're not getting paid for this job. It seems the people don't want this to be found, and do we really have a right to even interfere with this? And the best course of action was to leave, though not before paying our debts. Of course, making sure we told Alana and paid off our room and made our way to leave the town and encountered an angry mob of these cultists or people or religion or what have you who wanted Janek's head and demanded that we let justice dispense. There was a bit of a back and forth arguments, but the townspeople were adamant that he stay, and, well, Zara pointed her sword at him and said he should have the right to fight for his life at the very least, and that what right do we have to stop this? With no more answers to that question, we reluctantly, somewhat, left Janek and said goodbye. And a few last words between Janek and Hirzan, as well as with Alyssa. And, well, we only heard a bit of the fighting before. Eventually, we couldn't hear any more. A bit of a moral hit right there. The witches took a drink and had one last goodbye, as there was no other words left to be said, only disappointment. And I think that's where it ended last.
Did see the water nymph dancing in the rather bloody rivers.
Yes, that is also true.
Some gruesome ending. Rather all around sad tale. But gone now and have to push further. The question is, are you gonna follow the river out west until the next large town?
Where the hell are we actually on the map?
A nice little pin.
Weird yellow ball.
Where? Oh! Let me see that. Thank you. I think Zara would pull out the map to show the others. It says, well, our supplies are low, so we can continue forward where we're going and head our way over to, I believe it's called, I'm going to mispronounce it horribly, Jamorlak? Jamorlak?
Fine. Yarmulak.
Very
Yeah.
Jade.
Sorry, so sorry. We can continue on our path that way, or maybe deviate. What do you all think?
Bread
need-
ain't free.
we need money and jobs, so I mean, next city is gonna be best place to search for something.
Ron, do we know if the next place is a more of a larger hamlet or city at all, or is it
How?
okay?
I,
know
I would
that.
say actually, you know what? Sarah's a studious person, right?
Mhm.
You know that Yarmulak is at the very least a different part of a different kingdom than the one you're currently in, and in fact is the capital of that kingdom. If you want the political map, you'll have to actually look it up on Kanka. But other than that,
Gotcha. Well, Yarmlak is much larger, more likely would have hopefully more jobs at the very least. Bigger town, bigger problems to solve.
I mean,
So
that's
I
what we're
say-
searching for, right?
True. Trying to see the map exactly. Hold on. What do you think, Lumina?
Well, that's what we do for contracts.
True. Down our luck. And we'll see if there might be something of use there. It's a small town, very much well protected with their walls. Yarmlak it is, I guess.
As proceed forward. Me.
Okay.
Who feels lucky, boys?
Who did it last time? It's the new person's turn.
I did it
I
last
think it
time.
was.
It was a great success.
Tamara, do you want to roll?
Oh God, I can. It's with sweat. I mean, I can try. I only have one wits, but I can definitely try.
It's your turn, buddy. I believe.
There we
Yes!
go. Another
Yes.
great W. Also, so we reset momentum run.
Mm-hmm.
42.
No, I had
Back
plus
at the-
1. Yeah, plus 1.
Sorry, my Kanka has stopped working. What the fuck?
Yeah, mine's is going really slow too.
Um. Yeah. Progress. As well, at least you don't lose too many supplies. Yeah, you arrive after several days of travel, following the river downstream. The large sitting background. As the yeah, you'll arrive at the gates. There's like travelers. The city itself, maybe not as big as you imagined, Zara. Definitely much heavier fortified than anything else you've seen. But you don't think it's that much bigger than Gillable, honestly.
Gotcha.
But less like a war. Um. So you proceed to make your way into the city. Right? Unless anything else you'd like to do. that.
Are there any guards at the gates at all? We could do a
Yeah.
little quick chat to get the lay of the land.
There certainly are. As there's plenty of travelers going about. As you approach one of them, you're greeting.
Good day, sir. Me and my companions are looking for hopeful work and amenities. I'm a little bit unfamiliar with the land, so if we could get a bit of a rundown, we would appreciate some advice.
Like, takes a look at all of you. Seem to be from around here indeed, lady, but the of Yamulak, capital of the kingdom. You'll find plenty of amenities in the city. I would encourage you to follow the law. Don't want to have problems now, would we? He again glances at you. You are a bunch of heavily armed individuals with some rather distinct features.
Zara just smiles, trying to look non-threatening.
As
Okay.
like, other than that, maybe this is a bit presumptuous. Are you with the other fellow that arrived not that long ago?
Other fellow?
A big man, had the same. The guy points to his eyes. Same thing as you.
Ah, more likely, he might be one of our. Yes. If he's in the city, I assume we will. If you could tell us where he is, be fun. Nice to meet up.
Yeah, he's gonna give you directions to one of the local taverns.
Ah, thank you, kind sir. It is appreciated.
Good day, you all, and keep out of trouble.
Always.
As soon as I soon walk away to the guard to go into the city. Zara would turn to the others. It's like, well, good news. It looks like a fellow witcher is possibly here in the city. Hopefully, he can give us a bit of a better fortune.
And do we want to pay him a visit now or have a look around?
We could look around at the very least, but he may know where would be best to find better jobs. I think looks at our two supplies. We might want to work might be the best priority for us.
Seems fair, yes.
Not sure how much this place can really offer us, but it wouldn't hurt to try.
Oh, for sure, yes.
Zara just nods then.
Let's see. So, yeah. As you make your way through the town, you eventually manage to locate the tavern where your fellow witcher has probably or was recently at. As well, I guess you enter the place and not that many people. You arrive somewhat midday. Most folks are still working, but the barkeep does kind of just give you a wave as you enter. Ah, four Witchers. Welcome, welcome. I get you something to drink, maybe?
We don't wish to take up your time, good sir. If if you know who we are, then I assume one of our own have stopped by.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
they here?
Yeah, yes, yes. Master Anagad was here just this morning. Left with some
Oh,
business in town.
ah, is he staying here tonight? Is there a chance for us to meet up here by chance?
Um, as he'll kind of like nod and says, I believe he should be back by in the evening. I think he told me he was gonna stay at least a couple more days. If you want, I think he went to the orphanage.
Ah, I see then. Well, thank you for the information. We'll probably try to meet him if we can.
Luck to you then. Let me know if you need rooms. We have well, they're not anything special, but they're clean and cheap.
Ah, wonderful
Cheap
news.
sounds good.
Yes. So I listen. No dwarven ale for now.
More expensive.
It's barn time.
But yeah,
No, but
you walk out of the tavern. Are we gonna have Hirzan just T-pose? I guess we will have him just.
kind of awkward. He's crying.
I would ask, like, here's it, you're gonna see on again, but I don't want to force that type of situation on us.
Maybe we can ignore her on again. Maybe we can skip her
No,
down.
there's no way ignoring Arnagad.
He's bummed out.
Unfortunately, I think Hirzan will have to deal with resupply. You know, buying some food, getting some stuff, prepping. You don't think you'll be staying here too much if Arnagad is already in town.
Yeah, I'll probably ask Kirsten to see if he sees any job boards at all, but
Not Witchers aren't that. If you want jobs, usually you ask either in large and smaller cities, usually the alderman,
Mm.
or like the guards are the ones to ask about. We haven't gotten to the point where, God, we're just gonna have put bounty boards outside of town so we don't walk waltz in.
gotcha. Well, an odd thing to see here. Anagon went to an orphanage. Maybe there's trouble there.
Possible.
Gotta fill the rings.
Maybe he's just doing his good deed for the day. Kind of snorts at that when she says it.
But I mean, we can get there and enlighten his day.
Ask him whether he's taking any jobs, or if we should move on, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay, well then, let's go say hi to our senior witcher. Have him take his stuff.
Yeah, as you make your way through the city. Well, it's not a big city. You can clearly tell that the current fortifications have been built on top of older ones, as there's like a mismatch of architectural styles the further you go inside the layers of the city. As well, you'll eventually see the large wooden building, as there's a abundance of kids running around. As you see Arnagad actually, like on a stump, as he's like clearly telling some sort of story to these kids, and as he is embellishing some sort of tale or another, and The children are rather amazed. One of the kids does immediately draw your attention, as there's a rather familiar symbol kind of sewn into his tunic. The blade on the shield, the symbol of the Grimblades.
Ooh. Sure, it's just because it's a popular brand logo, guys.
Coincidence.
Coincidences for
Definitely.
sure. I think Zara would try to wave to get his attention without interrupting him, hopefully.
Yeah, no, as you kind of like wave at him, he'll eventually take his lead from the kids and stop and walks up to you and says, wow, expect to see you here. How are things going?
I would kind of looks guilty as she thinks about it a little bit. It's a surprise to see you here as well, and again, things are going, I wouldn't say not well.
But we're not
They-
dead.
Yes.
See that? But you don't look too happy either.
It has been our last journey was a bit of a difficulty for all of us in a number of ways.
Sounds like a story you might want to share over some drinks.
Drinks? Absolutely.
Be right with you. I need to finish a few details with the lady of this place. Might be a few willing Witcher candidates.
Ah, I see that. And again, if it's not Matrash, the boy with the symbol on his tunic, who exactly is he?
As he kind of looks at the young man. Looks like actually, let me just get the picture. He looks like a young teenager, maybe like 11, 12 ish. As he like says mean Igor over there? I think it's Igor.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Curiosity. We had a bit of an encounter with the Grimblades at our last job.
Kind of like the name does not say anything to me. Drugs.
Cell swords.
Ah, amateurs. Yes.
Oh, they're all gone by now.
Doesn't surprise me. Life out there is short and brutal, as you seem to have realized.
Well, I think our drinks and our tales will explain everything.
Think I should. Well, anyway, we'll explain things later. Come, let's just have the mail. Kind of like looks back and just shouts at the kid. Think about it. You could be next great heroes to protect mankind, and well, I'll be back tomorrow, kids. Listen to your headmistress. And still just kind of like enthusiastically nod.
They look like good kids.
Well, life has been rather tough for them. You're left abandoned and nobody really wants you. Not that many options for you in life.
True.
That's true. I mean, giving it some meaning.
Well, I always think that for those that want to sign up, if you survive, like the Witcher lifestyle isn't too bad.
It definitely could be worse.
The you'll eventually return back to tavern side. Well, as he like orders several tankards of ale. So, what has you so bothered? All look like you've seen the dead walk.
Where should we even start? I think Zara will begin to tell, and input, of course, Lumina and Alyssa for things that she may have missed or wouldn't even notice this everything from the beginning to end.
More recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that includes both the events in Queenfried and Yellow Ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, he listens with certain amount of attentiveness, but as you finish wrapping up the events, he'll heard worse, but I've also heard better. Seems to me like you've struck somewhat of a balance.
Well, I know for some of us it was a harder hit than most.
First year on the path, I think, is the hardest for everyone. We'll see how many of you make it back and how many of you will keep making it back. Everyone can survive, but mentally it becomes draining after a while. Which is why I've stopped worrying too much about deeds and oaths and but you'll get there. Everyone, I presume, is a bit more stingent on the rules in the beginning. Try to live up to some ideal the mages taught you.
It feels very frustrating, if nothing else. Was it the right thing to do? Do we have a right to even interfere? What was even the point?
Another thing I learned, another an advice coming from me to you, Zara. The right thing means shit. You know what you should aim to do? Whatever makes you feel good. It was me, probably would have got at those cultists. But I wouldn't have done it because it's the right thing to do or to defend poor man's redemption, whatever other bullshit. I've done it because clearly a bunch of cultists willing to sacrifice others for their safety, and they threatened me. So, well,
Maybe that was the answer.
Who knows? I might have killed the fucking soldier as well. Cowardice is a terrible thing. But I definitely would have went back in town and strangled that woman with my bare hands. I've heard rumors, and well, yes, you did quite unlucky. There is a rather dangerous cult that worships a rather unpleasant deity. Sure, Zara, you've read about it. You've read all the books they have in the library.
Twice over.
The lion-headed spider. Sounds like their handiwork.
The
the
lion
mo-
headed. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So the more of them?
Oh yeah. They're all over the continent. But over the years I've heard rumors that there's a quite heavy presence in that region.
Wow. It is quite a joke, as the inn we stayed at was called the Lionhead.
Even more reason
more-
to strangle that woman to death. I fucking hate irony. But again, don't learn what you can and try to live a life with as little regret in it as possible. There's others in the order who say what I just told you is against our Witcher creed and honor and other bullshit, but don't be like them, kids. Be smarter.
Thank you, Onagad. I think that's actually probably sound advice. This road is long. And it's only just beginning.
Ain't that the truth?
Regardless of that matter, we find ourselves in a bit of well, our funds are low, and I'm not too sure. Seems you're here, but are there any contracts around the city that they need a Witcher? Someplace we may go for a pick-me-up.
Well, you know what they say, finders keepers and all. I did pick up a contract with the king. There's been a well, there's been sightings in the city sewers. This place has been built on top of elven ruins, so I think it has a rather extensive sewer network. All sorts of shit live down there. I think this one is particularly dangerous if left unattended. Locals call it the sewer dragon.
Kind of name.
Yeah, funny name. I don't think it's a dragon, but some sort of draconoid. That one is mine, but listen, if you're in that need of money, hey, why don't you do me a favor then? I'll pay you, because kids can be so tiring. Ooh. I will pay you. Need you to, well, get some of the young ones. And, well, make sure to either you can escort them yourselves or find someone else to do it. But make sure they can get to Morrigan. The mages will want more recruits.
Very well. Is there a time frame?
Whenever you want to get paid. I was given a decent budget, so after I deal with Sewer Dragon, I'll be off, and I'll make sure to pick a different direction than yours, otherwise might just starve out here.
Yes, definitely do not want that happening, especially if we are going to escort our lovely charges back home.
Then we have
Are
a
you-
deal.
Are you sure you won't need any help with this sewer dragon, though?
Quite fine. I prefer working alone.
If you need help, we're still in the town.
I'll just kind of like chuckle and get up and say, well, that will be my cue. Getting dark out, and the sightings happened at night. Good luck. Sometimes kids can be just as difficult as monsters. Gonna go to the bar and pay the tab and leave.
Can't be that bad.
Happy hunting. Well, it seems we have been put on babysitting duty, at the very least. I say
mean-
tomorrow.
They look nice. So, I mean, sounds like fun.
Usually the little people are the most vicious ones, but you're right. Maybe I'm just being too much of a bit of a downer.
This is more karmic retribution.
A bit of irony here. Well, let's say we try to get a room for the night and next day make our leave.
Sounds like a plan.
Grunt, did Onagan mention when we get paid? Will we get paid when we return the kids, or he's gonna meet us there?
Probably pay once the kids are like.
Ah, gotcha.
Assumingly, you'll have like an actual like if you escort them yourselves, he'll pay you before you leave. If you get someone else to escort you again, he just needs you to basically probably finalize something he's already began, the recruitment process.
Gotcha. Well, I say we take a nice rest and think about what exactly our next plan of action. Either we can escort them ourselves, or try to see if we can get some escorts for them.
Yeah, definitely need a good night's sleep.
Yes, the mud and the rain can have its own appeal, but I think I miss a bed more.
Yes, definitely.
I'd ask the barkeep for one room.
Yeah, no, he's gonna get it to you. True to his word, these rooms are much cheaper, less nice than the ones at the Lionheaded Inn, but well, not really. Beggars can't be choosers, so at least you'll be able to sleep for the night. As I presume you don't want to like double back down to the Witcher Castle unless you want to do that.
It depends if. Oh, go ahead.
That's a good question. Like, would you? Because you could just send Hirzan to your transport for these kids. Saying.
That's true. What do you guys think? We should try to see if we can get the transport for them instead.
I mean, if we can find something secure enough.
For glorious funding.
Yeah. If we can find something that will give them that safety, then I think we will go with that route if we can. You want to give them to just like a random schmuck in the.
Yeah, well, there's
like, yeah,
there's like mercenary groups you can hire for like this sort of job. Like, yeah, just have to escort them for. I don't even know how long. Escort them for like a month or so. Pay them half here and then get like half at the castle. Maybe mages will. Maybe you can swing it so the mages have to pay them more and you get to keep that money.
Yeah, people warn them like, hey, don't go this route. Maybe tell them to be a little careful when they go through a certain town.
But yeah, no. Spend the night and tomorrow will be a new day, a bright day. Isn't it nice? There's no more rain. As so you'll head to orphanage, finish whatever Arnagad started.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, as you kind of like approach the place, the kids are clearly expecting him to return. As they kind of like see you, they look a bit confused.
I think Zara's a little bit awkward, I think, when it comes to this type of situation. He would probably go talk to the headmistress, if nothing else.
At least he would stay with the kids and wave them.
As you kind of like approach, the kid with the grim blade symbol, Igor, for instance, where's Sir Arnagad?
He told us to come get you. He has a big mission up on. He has to fight something.
Like just they like nod attentively.
But I promise he'll be back sometime. You see him again.
Told us he told me that would go train, become like you, strong, powerful witchers,
That is true.
monster slayers.
Yes. I mean, if you're strong enough, and it seems like you are, you're gonna become a great monster slayer.
Like one of the other kids, a much younger girl, kind of like speak up and says, "Yes, we have to become strong, like Sir Janek." As Igor just nods, and they all kind of like seemingly nod amongst each other.
You know Janik?
Igor kind of like looks at you again. Yeah, Sir Janek comes around a couple times a year. Tells us wonderful stories of evil creatures he has defeated.
You have to tell me those stories someday.
He like shows like the symbol on his tunic and says, "Yeah, this is the thing he gave me 2 months ago. Gift. Told me to be. He told me that only strong and brave people I want to be strong and brave.
Great to hear that. And I believe you definitely will be.
Smile and nod. As Zara, you find the lady who runs the orphanage, and an older woman, clearly in her 60s. As she kind of like looks at you as you walk inside.
Greetings, ma'am. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm not too sure how much you and Anagan have spoken.
Master Arnagad and I are familiar. He visits every year about this time.
That is good then. His job has taken more of his attention, so he's tasked us with escorting the children, finding some escort to get the children to back to our Castle Morgag.
Yes, I think there's a couple of young boys that I think will be joining you this year as well. I assume it's the same amount of money as per usual.
I believe, at least from what he's spoken to us about the situation. Are there anything else we need to made aware of the children at all? I will confess I only understood the basics.
Well, it's quite simple. As coin pouch for head of child. There was the usual established price between me and your fellow Witcher. Other than that, I don't know exactly what happens to the boys after that. I did hear the stories about brave monster slayers, but I'm a bit too old to believe in fairy tales.
Well, I can tell you that there are monster slayers, my lady, and if all goes well, then well, they'll have a bright future in that.
Good, good to hear. I admit I've never seen other Witchers than Master Anugad, but if there's more of you, it means maybe some of those stories about you being an order and all that isn't hogwash.
It's definitely not hogwash. It takes time and care to, well, a lot of training for us to be what we are. But our oaths are the same, to ensure protection of the people and monsters are killed.
Yes, yes, very important. Tell me, do monster slayers talk to each other? Is there some sort of, or are you just all acting independently?
A path we take. We do go on our own at times or meet up if we can, but we do speak with each other. There is a brotherhood in that, and we train together, live together, fight together,
I
and
mean,
go on.
outside of the Witcher, there are other monster slaying groups, knights errant, mercenaries. Perhaps you've heard they're quite active in the area. The Grimblades.
Yes, we have met. Well, met is a stretch of the word. I will be honest with you, my lady. It seems the Graham Blades have fallen too long ago. A dire and tragic situation all around.
As she looks quite sad at that. That's gonna not good.
No, it is not. I don't. It seems they have left their mark here as well.
Uh, um, are you sure all of them?
At least that we are aware of. Yes. I'm not too sure how many company of men they were, but
About
it was
two or three dozen or so.
I believe it's the number of people
Yeah.
we. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Then, we well, it was at a job of monster hunting. At that, things did not go well.
Suppose I should be grateful he sent us the money then. A prayer for them, right?
He?
Ah, no, my apologies. A prominent member of their company was a young boy that grew up here. Well, good young lad. He was most of these kids they have a rough start in life, but some of them do manage to make something of themselves after they leave. Can't really provide any sort of education, but some of them take apprentice jobs. Others pick up a sword. The girl is pretty enough. Some wealthy merchant will marry her. Um, and while most of them would like to forget this place, some do remember and, well, mostly run on charity from the Lord. And, well, people like, like good Sir Janek, who sent us money a couple of months or so. Him
He
and,
sounds like a good man.
he was. I'm sad to hear of his passing. Spoken to him months ago, I think, last year.
I not sure if we should break the news to the children about this.
I think it's best to let them dream for now. There's plenty of ugly news to go around.
Have there been other ugliness in the city?
Well, there's all that blasted news with Steward Dragon, or, well, some drunks claim to have seen it, and, well, honestly, I'm not exactly sure. People have wild imagination. They venture down there. Um, I keep telling all the kids to stay away from the Elven ruins. It's bad luck to go there. But,
Oh.
well, older folk don't have the common sense of children. Such they do often venture, especially after a night drinking. They dare each other to go deeper into the sewers. And sometimes they slip, fall, and then drown. Find their bodies. They're flowing out. Or maybe some sort of creature eats them, I don't know, but, well, we have a couple of disappearances every year. It's usually mostly the fools who go there. But, well, now some of them are claiming to see a giant dragon in the sewers, and the king is a bit worried, so maybe it's a bit more credible. I still don't really believe it myself. Sounds a bit too far-fetched.
A bit of a far-fetched tale, but it's always good to reassure the people. At least it's their time being taken to ensure that nothing untold is being done. Maybe it's just a simple lizard.
Maybe. Trust you. You know about things more about these things than I do, young lady. But what I remember from few books I've read, life dragons are majestic creatures that live in forests, caves, and on top of mountains. Sure, it somehow seems very unbecoming.
You can always find the strangest things if you look hard enough.
I suppose that's true. Well, you know how many children you managed to convince, and I will expect the payment later today.
Of course. Thank you, milady.
Pleasure doing business with Witcher.
Of course. Same for you.
As you walk outside, the Alyssa and Lud. I'm not sure if Ludmina's doing anything.
Ludmina's not too talkative, let's just say. Alyssa, God.
A couple of kids stare at you, wide-eyed. But yeah, no. As far as you walk out, you see Alyssa is entertaining the kids a bit.
So who wants to hold my sword?
I do. It's like 3 of them just jump.
Be careful, it's heavy.
One of
She's
the
gonna
the
get-
boys are gonna grab the sword and is gonna start swinging it around.
Be careful, don't hurt anyone. Please.
Zara just probably shakes her head. Goes to stand next to Ludmina.
Now the meeting.
All is well so far. It seems Onagad has a wonderful relationship with the headmistress. It's very routine in that regard.
Listen, gotta fill up the numbers. Listen, if people go missing on the pass.
We shall, well, I'll talk to Alyssa as well. We should probably have a conversation a little bit after we finish this part up. Maybe keep our tales from our more recent events. Gives her like a meaningful look.
Yeah, maybe not the best of them. Even I know it's not the best of time to talk about that in front of them.
Yes. Well, it seems Alyssa's having fun.
At least a bit distracted there. We'll do some good for her. Probably we'll do some good for her as well, but sadly, alas, he's doing grocery shopping.
Yes, hers has been pretty quiet. I'm a little worried for him, but I say give him some space for now. He didn't even want to bring up Onagad either.
I mean, he was I think the most beat up after
Yeah. I know.
that ugly business.
Ugly business indeed.
Oh, they're gonna break the news to the kids. Are just gonna.
No, what?
No! I can tell that.
Hey, children, you wanna hear about the fucking dead people?
No, I mean the fact that you have to recruit them for the Witcher.
Oh, that. Fuck, thank God,
They
yeah.
still have to come
Yeah, good idea.
willingly. Just because you're
Yeah.
paying the mistress behind the desk doesn't.
No, you're good. Yes, I think Alyssa will probably. No, Alyssa Zara would tell Alyssa because I think she'd be better at telling them the news than she would be.
She would ask like the group of children. Anyone interested?
Yeah, there's like a couple of kids that step forward.
You look like great young and strong kids. I believe you can. You will be great monster slayers someday soon.
There's about like 10 boys that. The Zara, you get the payment ready. Leave the money with the headmistress. Zara, now you do start. Ah, that's the average. It can be worse.
It could be worse.
Zara, you do have an idea now how this tends to work. You pay the woman will say kind things about the Witchers, will not really spoil your imagery. And these young boys will just venture with hopes and dreams as you know how painful the reality actually is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know that most of these will just die.
Yeah. She does take note of that, especially since Onagod's stories seem to be regaling them about all the fun things and not everything else that comes
Yes.
with it.
It's fine, Alyssa has been doing the same. Showing down to swing the cool sword. You know what happens. One of the first things before you even begin to indulge too much in the training. The trial of the grass is the most painful of all the trials. Days of pain, of delirium, continuous vomiting, the feeling of your body just willing to give out. That's just the first set of trials. In any case, you have a bunch of kids and just need to figure out if you want to pay some mercenaries to escort them back to the castle or you want to do this yourselves.
Let's don't want to walk through the fucking back through the fucking town. Especially after a bunch of them, a bunch of the cultists died. Wasn't by our hand, but I doubt they all remember us fondly.
Yeah, I assume we're by ourselves when we're having this discussion, right? Just want to make sure.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So
We are in main square.
Rather awkwardly, like
yeah.
like one
so
of
it's like-
one of the kids, like, what's a cultist?
it's paranoia on my part, but I worry if a band of mercenaries take the children through the town and they find out about the Grimblades and such and what befell them. It may have its own problems or retaliation against the children in some way because of their. I don't think Igor is not part of our group or the group of kids who decided to go, right?
Oh, absolutely. Why wouldn't he? He's like the
You're
first
right.
one who volunteered.
I worry that, they see me wearing their heraldry. And when they walk through that town, they may cause trouble. It may not. I'm not too exactly sure how a cultist works after they've gotten their victims.
Well, I didn't want the public trial for the Grimblades. The alderman didn't even know, so unless for Giant they made an exception and they made a big sacrificial pyre in the town square. I mean, could be. I don't know.
People like that, do they even understand what it means to finish up their revenge? I think they're just quietly, well, maybe again I'm just being paranoid. I would just hate for it to, well, it seemed like a waste of things had gone wrong. We were a little bit too careless.
That's true, but I mean, we got so far and heading back, I mean, it wouldn't help our funds or anything else.
Right. We did leave the town with a bit of a not so good reputation, and maybe if we went with them, things would just make it worse. I'm just overthinking things. I apologize.
No worries. I mean, we need all perspectives.
Well, we should try to find a mercenary group who we can at least trust won't be a problem or screw us over thoroughly, hopefully, as well.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Hey,
This may
you're a
be,
good talker.
this is the good talker. I'm the one who does most
No,
of the
here's,
math.
No, here's
no, Thurston.
here's an
Oh,
actual.
here's the. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
Good talker.
That's true.
I know. Haven't. You thought Igor walking through the doors. It's late at night though.
Hmm.
He is quietly moving towards your table.
I think Zara just raises a bit of an eyebrow at that. Igor, is it? Is everything all right?
Yes, ma'am. I know we will be leaving soon, but I wanted to talk to you if I can. I'm not bothering you.
No, I see no problem. Take a seat. What seems to be on your mind?
Is it true that Sir Arnagad is hunting the sewer dragon?
Yes, it seems he has been given the job by the king here. Yes. You
I thought witchers only killed monsters though.
we do? Is there some reason you believe that the dragon is not such a thing?
Are you gonna promise not to tell?
We promise.
Oops, here wants to roll a heart roll.
Thurston, my boy. No, that's not
Turn towards Alyssa. I assume she has the next best heart in this group.
Thurston, my boy.
I can, yes.
It's not a failure. It's good. Yes, he's seemingly having second thoughts about this. There's a when Sir Arnagat told us about Monster Slayer, usually foul creatures, evil creatures, but the dragons, it's not like that. It's just like a normal animal, just like a dog, but bigger.
And how exactly do you know such things, Igor?
I may have been spending a bit of time with it for a while now. He looks extremely guilty.
I know the headmistress is like, no, the kids would never go near that.
But why would the king want it gone?
Shrugs. How should I know?
So you've encountered this creature and such, and
I've been taking care of it for a few years now. It's grown quite a lot.
I see. And what does it eat? What has it been being fed? Can you describe it?
Much anything. Although it does like meat. I've mostly been feeding it rats for a while. Stolen a chicken or two.
I see. Well, God damn it. Well, at the very least, how have you been meeting this creature then?
Well, I know where its nest is. I spent quite a lot of times in the sewers there. A lot of cool stuff down there.
Understandable. It's old ruins, which Howes has the best things.
Yeah, no, people say the elves are bad, and but I've seen some of the pictures down there and tell quite interesting stories. Managed to think I know some of the words. Still kind of weird.
Oh, that takes quite a keen mind then, Igor. Seems you.
I asked madam for a book on Elvish, but she just well beat me up a bit.
What man?
No, the madam,
Oh, madam.
the woman running the orphanage.
Yeah, I gotcha. Did she often beat you if you asked too many questions?
No, beat. She beats me when I sneak out and she catches me. Over time, I got good at not getting caught.
Well, then, it seems you carry a keen mind, a stubborn spirit, and, well, resilience, which is always good. If you have been feeding this and taking care of the sewer dragon, then more likely it has outgrown its home. And maybe time that it has to leave the nest,
Which is
for lack of a better
why I
word.
was thinking maybe I can take it with me when I leave for the castle.
I will be honest with you, Igor. Such a thing may be very difficult to do. It has its own home and habitat. It may be far kinder to let it roam outside of, well, the world of humankind.
Suppose you're right, but he like looks very sad at this.
I'm sorry, Igor. The life of a monster hunter is a very difficult and somewhat strict one. Time for pets will be more nearly impossible during your training, especially the early years. Maybe when you're older and, well, there are some witches who do carry animals with them, but as you are now, it may not be possible.
But
He's gonna
he
put an arm around his shoulder. First, you need to get strong and learn how to fight, and then you can.
does have fighting have to do with raising animals?
Well, like I said before, your early years are training, fighting, learning to survive in the lands. Believe me, I've been there. You will be far too exhausted to think of pets. It is a hard life, rewarding one at the end, but a hard one.
You're saying I can't take it with me?
No, but we can at least help it get its way out of there. Of course.
You promise not to hurt it?
I promise to try.
I'll just kind of nod.
I can only say, how about this? I'll make a bit of a promise between us. That I, Zara, will try to. Does a pet have a name, or do I just call it Sewer Dragon?
I call it Smay.
It's May?
Yeah.
Well then, I vow to try to save Smay and get them out of the city. Will that be appropriate?
He nods.
When we do such things, it's best to shake hands on this.
He'll extend his hand.
And she also shakes his hand with a steady grip, basically.
He'll climb down from the table and says, I can show you the way tomorrow if you want. We'll be getting back.
Very well. Be careful.
We don't want you to get caught, right?
Nods as he hurries out of there.
Well, I feel aptly foolish. And like I made a very big mistake, but I don't think I can regret it.
I mean, the kid's innocent. He deserves some kind of happiness in his life.
The king will be delighted. I'm sure of it.
Maybe I'm taking Anagad's words to heart. Do something because it makes you happy.
Yeah, and God's gonna be pissed at us if he finds out.
I mean, let's first of all, maybe. Well, it'll be a fun time for him to hunt that thing when it's gone.
Well, technically, it is still getting rid of the monster, right? It's not necessary that he's
I mean,
failed his job.
Depends what the contract said.
I guess we're getting a travel pet because I don't think the people. Well, I don't think people will enjoy the. Even if it's not a monster, it's just I don't know, just a big animal.
Yes, if nothing else, we'll take it outside the city. Let it roam free amongst the trees and such things. What all animals do.
Or just have us accompany us. I mean, why not?
I doubt the scientific expertise of the child. Maybe he doesn't consider it a monster, but I'm not so sure about that. And
If it hasn't eaten a human person, maybe.
is it intelligent? I mean, I know like I heard that wolves don't necessarily like humans, but they won't refuse them if they're hungry.
Well then. I said we'll find out tomorrow. But I intend to keep my promise.
You going south, Zara?
Maybe I am.
The tears come off of you.
Maybe you're right. I'm getting too sentimental, and it's only been what? A couple weeks of leaving home? After this, we're gonna take a regular old job, I think. Something simple.
Hunting drowners.
I don't think hunting drown is this group's forte.
No.
Alright, hunting ghouls then.
Rules it is.
But I mean, being sentimental and soft isn't something bad.
Yeah.
He rolls her eyes.
Great. Why is Houston not here?
Pearson's been a bit out of it since what happened last. And I spoke with the headmistress. Seems the Grimblades, Janek especially, have a well-loved reputation there. I think it's best we don't bring it up.
Yeah, the kids told me about him. He came by every few months and told them stories, and he gave Igor just a present.
I will contend that I think we all agree it didn't really end well. It was a less than kind fate. And, do any of you remember the beginnings of our training? How did we get here?
A nice man picked me up, put me on a horse.
What about you, Alyssa?
I mean, yeah, similar. I mean, I know that I live with my uncle, and I mean that's probably it. I just got taken away.
I think my family had a farm.
My
Buffalo.
uncle too.
What did you grow there?
Oh, we just have pigs and cows, I think.
I think it was warm. Sunny sometimes. I can't really remember it. I am getting sentimental. Someone give me another piece of ale, please.
I can give you that.
By the way, I have a question. To was the only road to Morvik did it lead through Gallibol, or the city war of the cold?
What's the question?
Basically, if we get some mercenaries, it's possible like maybe they tell them to basically.
Yeah, no, you can tell them to avoid the city.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'll be what Dexter just did. I think that should avoid the cold, in case they spot Igor's Grimblade symbol and get any ideas or.
Yeah. That might be the best.
They don't seem fighters. They're peasants with pitchforks. I doubt they'll be able to ambush trained mercenaries.
Well, I would have believed you, but they have more than just.
Well, assuming the lady doesn't call them to the river. Well,
Hopefully
sometimes
not.
maybe avoid that.
Agreed. Well, here's the hoping for a better tomorrow.
Yes.
Cheers to that.
Yes, then you go to sleep after that. New day awaits you tomorrow. Head straight for the orphan. Well, what's the plan?
I think if it's possible before heading out to the orphanage and such, Zara would try to look up any information about these elven ruins or anything that would give her a better understanding of what exactly the situation is when it comes to
Why don't you all add a new vow?
you know.
This sounds like you are committed to doing this. Sewer dragon. This is not that difficult. Put it at danger. Seems rather straightforward.
Okay.
But yeah, no, you can gather information.
You do.
Well,
we kid.
you spend some time around the city asking. Most of the locals, yeah, no, they do kind of stay away, but these are like regular folk. They're not historians. So most of the things you get are ghost stories and other folk tales that just basically sum up the message of stay the fuck away. They do seem to be quite expansive and are integrated within like the city's sort of sewage system.
I do have. I don't know if it's possible because based on rumors and such, but is there a way to ascertain a timeline, like how long the sewer dragon has been at least active in the community's minds, or has it always been there, or no one really knows?
Well, it's been spotted like a week or so ago, kind of recent.
Gotcha.
So everyone feels one progress. Zara is doing that. Anything you two want to do?
These would probably head towards the orphanage before the others go.
As you arrive, it seems like the orphanage is in a bit of a panic. Kids are not playing outside. In fact, you can see the only ones going about are kind of just cleaning up. And you can hear noise from inside.
She's gonna take a look inside.
As you approach the door, you can pick up a conversation even before you open it. As the headmistress just says, "I'll ask you one last time. Not gonna tell me. Start. You don't want the cane, okay? So how about you cooperate and tell me now?" As you open the door, kind of like looks back at you.
I heard some noise from outside. Do you need any help?
It appears that one of our young has gone missing, and these kids are not really in the mood. Tell me what happened.
Do you mind telling me who is missing?
One of the kids was supposed to leave with you soon. Igor does have a habit of sneaking out every now and then, but never for more than a few hours. As yeah, she's like holding this kind of like thin, long rod.
Do you know when he went missing?
Presume it was at least sometime during the night, maybe the morning. And she kind of like looks back at the kids and says, "Well, no one has anything to say." She like kind of snaps it against one of their like hands.
She's gonna grab the cane, if possible.
She's gonna like look at you rather angrily.
I don't think we need this.
I don't come into your house to tell you how to discipline your kids, and you stay out of mine.
No. I mean, hurting those children isn't right.
Hurting them, I'm teaching them a valuable lesson.
I mean, look at them. They're innocent. They have done nothing.
They are lying, and Igor might be in danger because they don't want to tell me what happened. As she glances at all of them again.
Let me help. Just let us look for Igor. If we don't find him till next night, you can proceed.
Well, you can go search for him. He is one of yours, after all, and I will not be handing the money back.
I thought so. So I guess it's a deal? No hurting the children till we're back?
I will again invite you politely to leave this place.
She's gonna leave with the cane.
I got.
Okay.
Uh,
Note of that one. Less antagonizing the fucking locals. Unfortunately, I will remind you, this is not if this is
Mira will go to Alyssa.
you do yeah, I do see Alyssa walking out with a thin like rod.
Hey, what are you up there?
Igor's missing, and headmistress used some not great tactics to get answers from the children. She's gonna point at the cane.
Ooh, I see.
Realize that your training implies you'll get getting shit out with
Yeah.
practice swords.
We are more sophisticated. Unlike these barbarians.
I use a proper club, not this thin shit.
rookie fucking that's not a real
I
stick.
strap them to a table and inject them with copious amounts of drugs
Ludmila,
as their
Ludmila,
eyes
Ludmila,
pop out.
yeah, we'll show how it's done. I draw steel. Alright, so no, it's good. Ooh. Listen, let's say maybe not piss off the locals, and I think Arnica has a good thing going here. Listen, you maybe gossip around later, but
I mean, still, that innocent children.
yeah, but she just get another stick at it. Oh no, that'll not change in long term.
I know. But I told her we're gonna look for Igor.
What happened to Igor?
He went missing during the night. Didn't come back. I think I know where he might be heading.
Yeah, he told us he was going to heading to his little pet.
I mean, he told us he's gonna show it to us where he's gonna go.
Yeah, he's probably sneaking somewhere around the city, hiding, waiting, looking out for us for a moment to talk to us. Hopefully,
Hopefully, yes.
or the pet ate him, got hungry.
No. Let's not think about that.
Yeah, no, listen, I don't trust the beast handling skills of a 16-year-old in dealing with a monster. I'm not sure about how nice it is. Me, the real mage, once again manifesting, giving grunt ideas. But mind giving me the stick back, and I'll not force you to apologize, but for God's sake, let's not ruin a good thing, at least.
Yeah, fine. Gonna lead him to the door.
All the kids have been put on their knees up against the wall on what looked like what's the English word for it? Walnut shells. And like has their arms crossed and says, "You will be staying there until you decide to be truthful."
This is gonna just put the cane down and turn around and go back fast.
Yeah, I'll go to the Mr. Stream. If you came back, I apologize for the actions of my companion.
Well, actually, at that point, turn around and walk up to him and says, "I don't appreciate being questioned in front of the kids like this. I suggest you keep your companion in check."
Of course. I wish you a pleasant day.
Likewise, Master Witcher. As yeah, I guess you'll turn around and leave as well.
Yeah.
You rendezvous with Zara.
Oh, we got an child on the loose.
Ooh. Actually, Grunt, I want to know, would it be possible for Zara to get a few things, or would that take too much time?
What do you mean by a few things?
A net, a cart, and a giant-ass blanket.
No, that's all fine.
Okay. And some, meat or something like that to entice.
Why don't you spend one supply at this point?
I knew it. Okay.
Iron God, I'm sure will be real happy after finding out where the sewer monster went. Give us money.
I'm sure he will be paid for a monster that doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Eh,
Supply is a fucking fake. It's not real. The economy's not real.
the economy's not real. What do you mean we have a missing child? What has happened?
I headed to the orphanage and just wanted to check up on the children, and seems like Igor didn't come back after the night.
Um, I should have known. Wow. Okay. Okay. We have to think about this logically and not throw a tantrum. I assume, can only assume that Igor's went off to help his pet, right? Is that a good assumption?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Well, this works out great then. I have brought supplies and with the intention to capture the creature. Though I know, sorry to say, Lumina, I know you would make better quality traps. I didn't think we had enough time for such things.
Look at the gold pouch.
I know. Well, if this child wishes to explore ruins in the sewage, we might want to move quickly. He may have put himself in a bit of trouble. The headmistress did mention that some people fall down and die if they're not careful there, so I assume it's very dangerous.
Probably infested by drowns and the like. And other maybe worse critters besides the sewer dragon.
Possibly as well. And if Onagon's down there, he has not been made aware of our promise.
I have a contract on it. It would be a bit awkward to explain to the king what a monster went.
Well, it was a monster no one really knew existed in the first place, so. Shall we go retrieve our charge?
Definitely.
We did
Sooner
pay
the
for it,
better.
sadly.
Yeah, we're not gonna get the money back.
To some, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit eager to see some elven ruins.
You want to change careers, become an archaeologist, maybe?
I can admire ancient history, at the very least. So fascinating.
It's
All
gonna
the
be a great adventure.
Zara just chuckles. Hope the gods so. Come on, let's bring the cart too.
Well, feel free to say one of you that gets to kind of like as you arrive at the sewer entrance. Whoever's gonna take lead on this part, to give me a wits roll or an edge roll.
Probably Alyssa because she has a night vision.
I can give you an edge roll, yes.
Perfectly balanced.
Yeah, as Alyssa, you can make your way. The others, you also can see in the dark. There's still plenty of ambient light yet it's daytime, and sunlight kind of does fall down through different cracks. You've also brought some lanterns. Fortunately, the cart can't be good, but you can bring it somewhat, kind of like at the mouth of the sewer, as you have to make your way through the tight hallways. As Alyssa, you do start delving deeper, and well, as a trying to like orient yourself. This is a large network of sewers, and that probably take a long time to cover it all. At least, considering you have no maps of the place, I'd say probably days at most.
I know the only thing Igor told us is that he fed it rats and such, and he knows where its
Yeah.
nest is at. So maybe we should try to find signs of Igor before we find signs of the creature.
Yeah, listen to anything vicious. It may sound like a dragon.
Maybe just a fat lizard for all we know.
Yes, true.
What can gather information, Alyssa, because you're the one rolling. Have the +1. Yeah, you take +1. Yeah, you spend some time trying to locate the beast, but well, there are some critters about. Nothing yet. You did manage to make quite a lot of progress today before nighttime kind of sets in. Everyone feel free to take another progress on the vow. Yeah, no, there's surprisingly no drowners around. So are you gonna push yourselves, or are you gonna kind of like rest for the night and then try again tomorrow?
I think Zara would push herself, but not too sure the others would want to do that.
Arnakat
Same
did
thing.
mention that he's night active. So it will be the time, if anything.
Well, if you're gonna stay here, I want everyone to roll me the endure stress.
Where the fuck's Where the fuck's endures? I know this.
And
Suffering, yeah, I found it, yeah.
so yeah, well, Sarah.
Different one momentum.
-1. Aside, you are fine.
Zara's meant for chairs and books. God damn it.
Alyssa is well, actually better than fine. You have another plus momentum. And
Great.
Ludmina, you're like stubborn. Not too good, not too bad either. Zara, you are rather exhausted as all of you spend most of the night covering more ground, going through muck and slime, and well, PCs, other unpleasant things. This is, well, the sewer. It seems there's plenty of foul things floating about that are not necessarily alive. I think it will take a while to get the smell out of your clothes. And this will tell me the other information.
+1.
Yeah, still +1. There we go.
Oh my god!
Yes.
So it's a fucking 1-1. Isn't that like with
Yeah.
a match? Oh my god!
Yeah. It's a destiny.
Yes.
We need to find him.
So
This remains.
as well, managed to stumble on some rather thin and broken bones chewed through that look to belong to a larger animal. I think maybe a dog, something of that nature. As managed to pick up a trace. As you follow, you can hear, you can all actually hear, as you follow Alyssa down the tunnels, the sound of something kind of crunching. As you, Alyssa, with your supreme dark vision, you manage to spot it just at the end of the tunnel you're currently walking through. This rather large serpent-like creature. You can see its scales. It's not that big. It's about the size of a sheep at the moment, maybe a bit bigger. No, probably a bit bigger, but nothing too imposing.
Do I see Ego as well?
No, not from this angle. Just see the creature move about as it's eating something.
Mr. Wood, tell the others.
Ah, good. We must not startle it at all. I've brought some food to hopefully entice it in a net, if that works. We have to be careful. We're
How
not
we
trying to
gonna-
kill it.
How are we gonna sneak it out exactly?
I have a cart with a blanket.
Well, be quiet.
We can only hope.
As you, I was gonna, sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just say hopes and dreams.
Well, as you basically are making way to it, get closer. Alyssa, you realize what the thing is eating. It looks like a fresh human, kind of like gouging on its innards.
Can I get an angle where I can see you who the human is?
Don't recognize the man.
It's a man.
Nothing
not a
left.
child.
Nothing that. No. It's a bit too big to be a child. There's
Okay.
not much of the man to be recognized.
I mean, it's not Ego.
Well,
He
that's
has to be
good.
some way.
Let's try to capture this creature here. Who knows how long until we find it again. We have time to look for Igor. Hopefully.
Yeah, you're right.
As
Yes.
as you kind of just approach it, it like suddenly stop. Feel free to all of you roll me shadow.
Oh,
Oh god.
Trying to sneak up on it, aren't you?
yeah.
The silent stalker apply because I am.
I does.
Yeah. Because technically it only says for 3 specific roles, but
No. You can still apply.
thank you.
I feel like this would definitely be a secure advantage.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Strong hit.
Grant, I want to make sure I understand how this, because I have the Slayer. It says that when you secure advantages by running yourself, do I add a momentum and take a +1 on the hit, or do I just do the roll first and then do it second?
No, so it says Slayer.
Mhm.
Nation
Let me know.
+1. Yeah, well, you still have to hit it.
Okay. You said you're using Shadow, right?
Yeah, you all kind of like manage to sneak as it is fortunately old wicked, so it is slightly aware, although it's not out at the moment. It's kind of like staring at you in the dark.
I brought food to hopefully make it so it doesn't immediately beat the shit out of me.
It's just kind of like lets out a kind of like a low guttural growl.
I think if she gets caught, Zara will try to look harmless as she slowly lowers a piece of meat on the floor, trying to entice it. You know what you do with dogs.
As it just kind of like looks at you, doesn't actually come closer.
She tries to keep its eyes on her. I think I would, if it's all right to say, give the net to either Ludmina or Alyssa because Zara so far hasn't been really great in the fight.
It's very cautious, so it's not really just. It's not dumb enough to just waltz up to. Eat. No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Her hand is out and everything like that. She's trying to look as non-threatening as possible. But yeah.
Kind of hard because you don't really understand how this creature interprets body language.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Again, it's just kind of like says a bit.
How much meat does Sarah have with her?
I presume a large pack of it.
Yeah.
You mind if I take one?
Yeah, she would before this got given some to Alyssa and Lumina if they ask.
Elisa would try to kind of get around and place the meat somewhere else. Try to lure it some way it may go.
Yeah, so you kind of like fling it be closer to the creature and kind of like looks at it. And yeah, it takes like a step closer at it, kind of like grabs it and just slumps it down quite easily.
She would do that several times to get it in a position. Maybe let me know. Or
Sure,
Sarah
roll me
can-
wits.
Yes.
Yeah, you manage to kind of like guide it slowly as you use several chunks of meat to lure it close enough to the hallway entrance.
At least I would look at Ludmina and Sarah.
It is in range for your net.
Well, yeah. If Lumina helps her, Zara would try to place the net. Get the net around the creature.
Yeah, both of you. Roll me battle, which I'll let you use. I feel like this is an edge roll.
Grunt, can I add my +1 for my Slayer
Yes.
to this? Gotcha.
Actually, you can also roll shadow as well.
Gotcha.
Shadows.
Oh, the silent stalker still apply, or at this point?
Face danger. Yeah, no, still applies. Like this is a face danger.
Oh my god! Oh,
Have a one.
Nice.
So yeah, no, you just synchronize perfectly as you both just at the same time fling the net over it as the weights just kind of like cover it, and it like starts reeling back, hissing as it will just kind of like spit the substance at you. I want all three of you because it's a rather narrow hallway. Like you can just kind of like can barely fit two people down it. So there's not that much room to dodge. So you will all have to endure harm. It's just kind of spitting into. So everyone just roll me into your harm. That's how you manage to deal with this.
God damn!
Not give
Fucking embrace the pain. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't think Slayer +1 would add much to this one.
Um, but yeah, you're fine. You all of you managed to dodge as the substance kind of like hits you on like the armor, but like this thing was clearly aiming for your faces, but
Ah,
you managed to kind of just cover up and protect yourselves as it's just kind of like recoiling back. But I guess you can move in and try and subdue this creature. Feel free to roll one mark on the bow. That will be quite an effort to tie it up, but not impossible. As you kind of like bring more rope as you begin to try and like tie it. It's kind of like you can see it has this pair of wings. Can't really fly around here because there's not enough room, but before it manages to it's already starting to eat at the rope, so you have to move rather quickly as you tie up its legs and mouth mostly to prevent it from escaping, as it's just kind of like thrashing around. And even at this not that impressive size, it packs quite a lot of strength. It takes all three of you to even be able to do this, and even then it's quite a struggle.
is it possible if once we have it tied up for Zara to take a look at the substance it was spitting out?
Yeah. It's a sort of doesn't have a color itself. Seems rather liquid, but does smell quite bad.
Hmm. She's gonna do the worst thing you could probably do with this situation. Gonna like try to touch it and see if it feels different or has a reaction to her at all. Just first with a stick probably, but then if nothing reacts to it.
No,
bit of
it
it.
doesn't react to the stick, but if you just touch it with your kind of like skin, nothing actually happens.
Mm.
Although now that if you bring like a lantern closer to it, see that while it's mostly transparent, it has a slight yellow tint to it.
Gotcha. I can only imagine this is used to surprise whatever prey it has, and if it moves quick enough, take him out, basically.
Well, this was aiming for your face, so don't know what would happen if this thing got into your eyes.
Gotcha.
Also, another thing, while restraining this creature, you would have to be quite attentive. It has a rather sharp stinger at the end of its tail, which tries several times to sting you with, but with all of your strong hits, are mostly fine.
Oh, that's good. It seems we've captured Smay, is what Igor called it, the creature. One thing down, still no Igor though.
But he has been near to me.
True. He said the creature had a nest, and I'm afraid to leave this out here too long.
Well, this place it's a bit bigger. It's like a larger room. The water that is flowing through here seems pressure, like a source coming from somewhere up above. But as you glance around the room, you do notice a backpack and some what look like traveling supplies. A bedroll, some oil.
Well, take a gander inside. Do we see anything that points this belong to a particular person?
I mean, no, not specifically. There's just a bunch of basic traveling supplies.
Probably belong to Smay's last meal.
Why the fuck
Oh.
would want some
Yeah.
trouble? No.
I was gonna say probably belonged to Igor, who's probably gonna
Yes.
escape with his friend.
Yes.
If
No,
we're lucky enough.
This man, now that you kind of like, maybe if you want to look at him, investigate him. He looks his face is unrecognizable and his chest cavity has been opened. You do see that the clothes he was wearing are clearly well off. This was a rather rich person. Quite young as well. Early 20s.
Does he have anything on his person at all?
A small bag of coins. A dagger. Fortunately, they did not carry IDs at that time.
Well,
At the very least, there's no noble sigil on them.
gotcha. Well, waste not, want not, and all that.
It's true.
Okay.
You won't need the coin, buddy.
Yeah.
And there's nothing on the dagger that has any insignia or anything
No,
like that.
it does look like a quite well made dagger, but
Well, whoever this poor fellow was, it's hard to really tell if there was anyone else waiting for him. I assume it was with the way his clothes are detailed and such.
I mean, it's late now anyway, so.
If nothing else, if maybe we're lucky we wait here long enough and Igor will show up looking for his pet. The source seems to be fresh, clean water at that too as well. Could we, would it be possible to even follow the fresh water to
no,
where
it's
exactly it's coming
coming through like one of the aqueducts above you. Like it's like a small pipe.
Ah, gotcha. Maybe he fell in. Headmistress did mention that it happens from time to time.
More likely, he ventured through here for some stupid reason. Or...
Well, what do you all think? Should we wait to see if Igor would show up or not?
I mean, either Igor and the guard's gonna show up.
It might be easier to travel at night at the very least as well. I don't think this thing will be quiet and docile while we move about.
No, it's like thrashing still. Making
Yeah.
noises.
Well, let's just wait it out a bit.
Yeah, maybe we become friends with me.
I don't think he likes being bound. So I'm not an animal expert.
Play some
Me
nice soft
neither.
music.
Just believing.
Well, you wait. Hours go by. Still wait.
Well, I assume we want to travel without being caught. Is there a way to travel with this creature without being in the ground of the guards or a large amount of people at all?
bit difficult enough to try and hide it as you walk out of the city. As it's thrashing and kind of making noises, impossible. No way nobody's gonna be like, why is there like a snake thing or cart that's hissing at everyone?
Next question is, how crazy would it be if one of us went to go look to see if we found Igor, or go back to the orphanage to see if he showed up at all?
Not crazy at all. You know how to get around this place now. You've made a sort of impromptu map.
I mean,
What's your go ahead.
I can go to the orphanage and see if he got back.
Very well then. I rather two of us keep an eye on the creature, because I assume if it gets out, we need two people at least to make sure it doesn't escape too badly, right, Grunt? Is that right to say, or? Very well. I assume you'll be better at talking with the lady than me or Ludmila.
Yeah.
I will. No, I think I'll go.
What was that?
Nothing.
What was? I think I should know. What happened?
I just had some disagreements with the headmistress.
You know what? I'll go check to see if he shows up. If nothing
No,
else,
no.
you
it's
and,
kind of a thing.
you and Lumina are far stronger at this than I am. I don't think I'll probably get in the way if the creature escapes. You know, me and my books and such.
Oh, you do have a big hammer.
I do have a big hammer, but usually the hammer misses, so.
I can go. But I mean, I told you, she is evil.
Turns to Ludmina with a raised eyebrow. Is she evil, Ludmina?
Yeah, so. Average.
I will ask.
Yeah, she doesn't say average, but
Well, I'll ask you for further details later then. Don't worry, I'll be back soon. You won't even have to miss me.
Be careful.
Zara just waves.
You head back. By the time you make your way out of the stores, it's day again, as you've spent most of the night, and as you approach, your orphanage seems to be back in business. As children are still kind of like just playing around.
Well, Zara would probably go towards the headmistress or try to see if she even notices Igor around.
No, you don't see him, but as you kind of walk in, you do see there's 3 people in the room. Arnagad, headmistress, and then there's Igor in the corner, looking quite dejected. Arnagad looking a bit upset.
Oh, well, it seems I've interrupted a conversation. Is everything all right?
Back to you and says, I told you kids are difficult ones.
I've heard some news at the very least. Is everything all right?
Apparently, the young boy has found him in the sewers, wandering last night.
I see. That is quite dangerous to do, Igor.
It just kind of nods. Zarnagat says, can I talk with you a moment? Zara's like, I'm gonna pull you off to the side.
That's great, because Zara wanted to do the same. Of course, of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and level with you. I asked you to do a pretty fucking simple thing.
You did?
And how the fuck did you manage to mess things up?
I wouldn't say we messed things up.
Your friend antagonized one of the few people I get along with in this city.
She did? God damn it, Alyssa.
Woman was disciplining children, and your friend apparently is some sort of fucking knight in shining armor.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't here at the time, and Lumina mentioned it to me, and Alyssa's mentioned some other things as well. I didn't know the whole story. I can apologize
She
if that's
walked
the
out
case.
with her cane, and Ludmina had to go back and apologize.
Well, okay.
Well, no wonder if Alyssa spends time with the mages, she's about as sane as they are.
I think it was a little too close for home for Alyssa.
I don't
I can't really say.
give a shit. She knows that these kids, most of them will die, right? And she knows that all the stories we tell them are just fucking stories.
I can't say exactly why Alyssa did what she did. You can ask her yourself if you want. I am just as confused as you are.
I think I'll just
I
get
must-
more annoyed, but thing is, that's not my issue. My issue is that not only did I found the kid running around the sewers, I found him with a chicken. I
This
don't think
is-
kids eat raw chicken. Last time I checked.
Well, you're gonna like the next few things I'm gonna say, so I'll be frank with you. Igor came to us with a plea to help a pet of his, creature he has been taking care of and cares for deeply, and didn't want to see get hurt, and made quite a compelling argument in that regard. And I think you
Please
know
don't
what
tell
I'm
me
talking
he
about.
fucking is feeding the wyvern.
Zara just gives him a look.
By the gods.
Maybe even worse yet, I promised him to try to save its life by getting it out of the city. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a problem for the people, and he doesn't have to see it, well, he doesn't have to die.
You know how big those things get? Killed an adult one 2 years ago.
I know.
You do know what we do for a living, Zara.
I know.
You do understand that I will come with you, and I guess fine. I'll take it out of the city. I'll kill it, and you can just tell the kid whatever you want after that.
I can't do that, Hanagan. I'm sorry.
Again.
I can't do that.
This thing has killed, by my guess, at least 3 people already. And it's most likely still young. How many
wants to-
people's blood do you want on your hands before you decide to do something about it?
He's trained it, apparently, from his words.
Trained
He
it.
wants to take
It's
it
a
with him
wild
and use it.
animal, Zara.
I know,
It's a
Igor. I
Dumb
know.
kid with dumb dreams.
I
And
know.
he might be dead in the next 6 months.
I know. I know what it sounds like. I know how crazy and foolish it sounds, and I know it is ridiculous. I know. But I'm still gonna fucking do it. And I understand. I completely do. But it's something I want to do, and I'm gonna fucking try. God damn it, I'm gonna try.
Why?
Because I want.
Because I can get the kid. He grew up listening on bullshit stories, but you? I thought you were the smart one.
Usually I am. But because I want to, because I want something that doesn't necessarily end with everyone being tragic fucking story, because maybe I want to see a little bit of a different way this goes out. I want to tell that kid that I tried and I did it and I didn't want to lie to him. Because if I can do it, goddamn it, I'm gonna do it. And if he really believes this creature can be trained or can be used, maybe that's pursuing as well. Just want to.
Okay. And what about the people that will die because of this? Something you want. What about them? Are you gonna go with me in about a month to all the families who will lose loved ones and tell them, hey, I just wanted to try and help a dumb kid live out his fantasy?
Can it be trained? Can we take the creature with us? Can it be used? Like, Zara's just sitting like, it's like,
You're also sounding like the mages now, Zara. What the?
And again, I know it's crazy. I know it's foolish and it's dangerous.
It's not in an adult and it's killed people already.
And I'll take it with me if I have to. I'll fucking train the damn thing if I have to. I'll use it as research if I must. It's foolish, it's stupid, it's crazy, I know. But I told that child, I looked him in the eye and I told him I would try. And that's all I can give you.
What about the other children? What about those that... What about the young girl that just lost her brother? Talked to her family the other day, actually. What about her? Should I just tell her, hey, don't worry, it's just a untrained pet. Well, don't you worry, we'll keep it under control. Do you see how fucking selfish this is?
I know. God damn it, I know. If you want, I can talk to the child, explain that this fantasy he has is foolish. This is what's going to happen. But if you fully believe that I am doing something out of my complete fucking mind, then I'm going to tell him exactly what's going to happen, because I don't want to lie to him about this. I know we like to tell the fantasy about what it means to be us, but I'm not going to lie to him about this if this is the case.
These are wild creatures. Do a test. We'll make an experiment if you like. Take the creature. Take it out of the city. Let it go. See how peaceful it is. And let's see. Maybe the kid has tamed it. Maybe he is this special case. Untapped potential. And if it obeys him, I'll let you go. We'll apparently risk the lives of who knows how many innocents. Because at least, hey, maybe it's a chance. Anything bad that happens because of this, blood is gonna be on your hands. Can you live with that, Zara?
No Witcher. Been on my hands since the beginning. If I have to kill this thing afterwards because of my foolish decision, I will take responsibility.
Do you have innocent blood on your hands yet?
Give it time.
It's one thing to abandon someone to be killed by a mob, and it's another thing to... So what am I saying? Maybe letting monsters go is in your repertoire. Let go the water nymph. Why not the wyvern? And maybe actually, why should we even kill monsters? Maybe we should just bring people to them. We should bring the monsters into the cities now.
Zara looks unhappy as he says this, but she doesn't try to refute him.
I will talk to the headmistress and grab the boy and meet you at the sewers.
He just nods. Says, if it goes on of hand and he can't tame this creature, I will kill it myself if I have to on a gun, I swear.
Nods. As yeah, no. Wait for him as say something to the old lady before grabbing the kid and following you into the sewers. Feel free to mark one more progress roll. As yeah, about an hour or so later, Zara does return with Ardgad and Igor in tow. As the yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Gonna
'Cause I
say
think
like the Igor as he like sees the creature immediately kind of like rushes to it and starts like kind of petting it, which does seem to, for the first time in 2 days at this point almost, calm the creature a bit.
While that's going on, Zara would explain to Ludmina and Alyssa, looking probably a little bit unhappy, but she explains exactly so Igor doesn't hear like what the plan is here. So, that is the case. We will try to see if this creature can be tamed, and if not, then I've vowed to kill it myself. Or vowed to kill it.
I mean, it sounds fair.
Maybe Anagad's right. Maybe I've gotten too sentimental.
I mean, as I said, I don't think it's a weakness.
It fucking is.
It is.
And you all need
Look
to
at all
grow
of
the
that.
fuck up. You fucked up royally, Gillable. You wanna keep messing up?
I'm not planning on it.
Well, then you should stop eating these. This is not. Do you think this is kindness? Do you think this is? Think being nice is always the answer?
I mean, not always, but definitely most of the time.
What about
I know.
what was his name? What about Janik? Where was your kindness back then when you left him to a fucking mob of cultists? Where was kindness then?
I did not choose kindness when I did that. This is the first time I've even tried to do something I would never have never done before. Didn't feel good then, it just doesn't feel good now. I've been practical and logical this entire time, and it doesn't seem to really do much else.
Seemingly had no issue butchering that vampire in Grinfried.
I didn't. That's the problem. I've never once gave it much thought other than what must be done. And I'm telling you, Anagad, it does not feel good. And maybe that's the problem. And if this is a foolish thing I'm doing and it proves to be wrong, then I will learn my lesson and I will not do it again.
Problem though, isn't it? You meet a monster you know nothing about, you jump headfirst in, cut it down to pieces. Learn out later, probably just a kid. Probably traveling with sister. It's kind of fucked up. Move on. You don't take a contract because nobody's paying you, so you let innocents die, I guess. But whatever. Peasants against mercenaries, not your fucking business. You move the fuck on. But this, like gestures to the creature, this ain't a sentient being. This isn't someone you can talk to. This isn't a kid playing with toys. This is an animal that's already killed 3 people. In this very fucking sewer. You cannot get more black and white than this.
How does it look right now with Igor and the Smay or whatever the creature?
It's definitely calmed down a bit. Still trashing about every now and then, but
I mean, it doesn't need to eat humans. If it gets enough, I don't know, sheep or what else.
Come on, Alyssa, you've grown up at farm. You know how it goes. Does Igor even know that it's killed 3 people?
body's like right there.
Put it on display.
That says, yeah, no, probably can eat animals too. So, I was talking to Zara earlier. Alyssa, do you want to join me? Let's go talk to the merchant family who lost a son. I can take you to 2 other families, which, well, one lost a brother, the other one lost a father. So, you can talk with them and explain, hey, don't worry, it doesn't have to eat. They're just accidents.
I get it.
I don't think you do. I think you understand when it's convenient to not look at all this shit. You look at one crying kid and it's like, well, we must try and make his fantasies come true. Those are stories. And I understand him believing in them because he's a fucking kid. You should know better.
Well, Zara's gonna go up to Igor, I assume, when he's talking to Snay.
He again starts trashing as you approach.
He's not
agitated.
Yeah, too close to it, freaks out. Igor,
Yeah.
are you... You know what's... You understand what we have to do, right?
Yeah, we take it out of the city. Set it free. Take it to the forest. Should be fine there, right? I don't know what its natural habitat is.
Yes. Yes. We're gonna have to take it out of the city. So it will be difficult to keep it calm at the very least.
I think I can calm it. There's an elven trick.
Hmm.
I've learned to sing to it. Seems to work sometimes.
Can you do so now?
He nods. Yeah, he'll begin singing in a very familiar language, elder speech. As you can all roll me a wits.
Just a simple wits. Ooh. Can I use my momentum at all for this one? Or it has to be before the roll, actually?
No, but the thing is, the momentum has to be equal or more than the challenge dice. So I don't think you have 7 momentum to burn on this.
Good.
But a weak hit is enough. But Alyssa, you see, all actually see, the moment he starts chanting, the water around him, this place is quite damp, starts vibrating almost. And there's like a small circular movement that forms around him as he sings. Alyssa, you've seen mages perform spells. And while you're not an expert on the magic, it certainly looks like a mage performing a spell right now.
Elisa's gonna mention it to Sarah and Mina while watching, I guess.
And the creature does seem to go completely quiet as it actually closes its eyes.
Zara turns to the group. It seems there's a way to get out the city yet.
Just perform. I'll be damned.
Yeah.
It's just got way more complicated, didn't it?
It probably did. But what are we going to do now?
Mages. The mages at Morgrake definitely want to get their hands on him. I think also the Brotherhood of Sorcerers might want to get their hands on him.
Well. It seems this creature is docile at the very least too as well. Very powerful feat at that.
I'll be honest. I don't want to send him back.
I guess mages aren't out of the best education.
Fuck the mages. Just a bunch of weirdos with more airs than the ones at the castle. There's a bunch of druids. I know.
I mean, if you think he's safe with them.
Well, I know they're not gonna... I don't know, man. Every mage I meet is a fucking asshole, so...
I mean, that every mage is...
Name me one good one.
If you say Aetheran, I'm gonna hit you. So.
I've got to keep my mouth shut. Never mind, I said anything.
Says, well, I guess there's Valkon Grinfid, but he's barely a mage. Even he is kind of weird sometimes. But you know what? I'll leave that up to you. You like to play moral poker.
I've come this far, and you're not wrong. I think Eagle will have a better time with druids than among sorcerers and mages.
No, Valko would kill that thing. Probably study it, the madman.
But I don't think he'll keep it for long.
Suppose that's true.
We all know what happens to in the pursuit of knowledge. He will not survive that. I don't think Igor will either.
Well then, the catch is you'll have to trust me with the kid and the thing.
Oh. I'm going to be honest with you, Anagad. I know I can't stop you decide to do this your way. And you've listened to us so far. And I'm going to trust you with the kid. Because you could always have chosen the easier option.
Much easier. They better pay me for the damn beast. Yeah, let's sneak him out. I'll grab the boy and we'll find the fucking druids.
Thank you.
I didn't do this for you.
I'm aware. I still appreciate it.
As he's gonna, you see Arnoga just kind of like walk up as the creature is now sleeping as Igor has finished song. And he will actually just fucking lift the thing.
I'll figure out.
There's a blanket.
Yeah, no, Arnogad is just like a beast of a man. So while two of you could fit on the hallway, he can barely fit himself through. Crouch down a bit. But yeah, no, he's gonna just drag the thing as with your help, load it into the cart, the blanket over it, and walking out. As Igor is walking behind the cart, and yeah, to you three, and says, "Thank you."
We try to at least keep some of our words, right? This isn't. I want to let you know, Igor, this is a dangerous thing you've done. Very dangerous.
I know. I tried to keep people out of the sewers, but it's all those the rumors attracted more people daring each other to enter. We always did that as kids. That's how I actually stumbled on one's May.
Oh, I understand. Or at least, though. I will be honest with you, Igor. Sometimes these things don't always have a happy ending.
He'll smile and nod and says, "Well, I'll make sure that I'll make sure to not waste this chance. Thank you."
Zara just there's a small smile that kind of pats his shoulder a little bit. You have a good heart.
Safe on your journey, little one.
Yeah, you walk through the city gates as the guards do. Whoa, 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 whoa! It's a big load you're carrying there, Master Witcher. Should have a look at it. Arnoga
well,
just kind of like waves his hand, says, you know me, friend. I don't think we need to inspect this cargo. Late, like you should all rest a bit." There's like a moment the guards kind of like their eyes glaze a bit. They just nod and just kind of like step to the side as Arnogat takes the cart and starts pulling it behind him again.
I didn't realize you were so adept with the signs.
He chuckles and says, "Well, I know a trick or two."
Zara is impressed right there.
Fine. Lets me get out of talking with people plenty of times.
Learn that trick then.
As yeah, you manage to get out of this. Well, and I just see Arnagad look at Igor and say, Kid, if this thing snaps at me even once, I am just cutting off its head. Just rapidly nods. I'll, I'll be traveling northeast then. Good luck on your journeys, and tell Hirzan I said hello.
I will. He'll be a bit distraught, but I think he'll be happy about this.
Hey, listen, maybe next time when we meet, we can save a griffin. Like, starts moving.
That's good enough, maybe.
As, yeah, he'll say his goodbyes as Raggle on the cart. Will follow quickly behind as he gives you one last wave before turning back, and both of them leaving in the night.
Wow. That ended quite differently than I expected, but I'm happy about it.
Yeah, I could end it way worse.
We still have the other task. Do we still have to do the one with the kids, right, Grunt? Or that has already been taken care of in the background?
No, I mean, Hirzan hopefully can
Yeah, I guess.
have dealt with that, but no, you've paid for them, and you just have to arrange transport. You can all fulfill the vow. Have successfully.
Do we just fill the whole track or just put completed on the thing?
I just completed.
Gotcha.
Mark down your XP from it. I have it somewhere on the. Unless it specifies it on character sheet. How much XP for fill your vow. Danger. So yeah, 2 XP for everyone.
Yay.
Neat.
Yeah, as you'll make your way into town. Yes, I think we'll leave that for next session.
Gotcha.
Because as you're walking into town, as you enter the tavern, there's a man just kind of like jumps at you almost. It's like, Master Witches, they've been looking all over for you. As he like kind of like wipes the sweat from his brow. Just, the barkeep says, calm down. And I told you they would be here. So a bit late, but I think witchers never sleep, honestly. As the man just rapidly nods. Says, Master Witchers, I bring grave news from Gillibol. The alderman is requesting aid from you for a contract. As he like pulls out this parchment and just kind of like hands it to you.
What? That's a contract.
Has the seal of the alderman on it.
If it's the Waterman, I swear.
Zar opens up and tries to read what the contract says.
As apparently, the alderman apologizes. Hopes that your previous interaction will not bear on future ones, as he is in dire need of help, as a ghost has been attacking travelers and villagers alike, and he needs the help of professional monster hunters to deal with it.
Time to say I told you so, I guess. That'd be nice.
I don't know exactly what you mean by "I told you so," Ludmina.
I mean to the well, we can say it to the alderman.
Ah, gotcha.
That's what.
Zara kind of looks at her like,
Oh no, to the alderman.
well, it seems we'll be taking a trace back in the anyway. Then, how could we say no to such a urgent plea?
Apparently, it pays well as well.
We're gonna burn that fucking place to the ground.
Thank God we
Yeah.
didn't kill the water nymph. Thank fucking God, man. Now we have an actual contract. Nice.
I'll say your supply will be at 1 because the money that you got from this covered your expenses here. But
What about that dead body? That also goes in the one, I assume.
yeah,
We loot the body. We saw the clothes.
yeah. I mean, let me just roll for the 15 parry back.
It was the Santa dagger.
I'll say this due to Arnogad literally lose the contract. He cannot actually pay you, so
It's fine. He's done